Top 10 Literary Criticism Topics for Essays. Literary Criticism of the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. For this topic, you can analyze Mark Twain's The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. For example, consider how the author uses dialects as a means of social commentary. You can also explain how this novel criticizes the racial, moral, and social norms prevalent in the 19th century. Feminist approach to literary criticism. This topic is your chance to delve into the essence of feminist literary criticism. Consider how feminist critics view literary works from a male-dominated perspective and show how gender stereotypes are reflected in them. You can also trace the origins of this approach and its key figures. Literary and theatrical criticism of Ibsen's An Enemy of the People. An Enemy of the People is an 1882 play narrating the story of Dr. Stockman. He discovered severe water contamination in the town's bathing complex, but faced opposition from the town's authorities and residents. In your essay, you can explore the social conflict and ethical dilemmas portrayed in the play, along with the themes of truth, integrity, and responsibility. Formalist strategies in literary criticism. Here, you can explore the formalist approaches to literary criticism. For example, examine what textual aspects it considers, such as style, tone, structure, and others. You can also review key formalist theorists who contributed to the development of this method. What are the pros and cons of this criticism strategy? When can it be helpful? Theories of literary criticism, social and literary philosophy. In this paper, you can review various approaches to criticizing literature. Consider theories such as Marxism, formalism, feminism, postcolonialism, and historicism. What is their primary focus? How can each theoretical lens enrich the interpretation of themes and character motivations in literature? Literary criticism, The Negro Speaks of Rivers by Langston Hughes. Here, you should write a literary analysis of Hughes' poem. To do so, you can pay attention to the use of imagery and symbolism to convey African Americans' rich history and resilience. For example, consider how the river is a metaphor for cultural heritage and the passage of time. You can also interpret the poem in the context of the Harlem Renaissance. Applying Marxist literary criticism to Of Mice and Men. Marxist criticism views literary works from the perspective of the struggle between socio-economic classes. You could read Steinbeck's novel Of Mind and Men through this theoretical lens. For example, notice how the author portrays the character's social status and the power distance between the employer and employees. Fahrenheit 451, Literary Criticism and Critical Analysis. Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 is an interesting dystopian book to analyze. You can review its commentary on censorship, technological advancement, and intellectual freedom. You may also explore the symbolism of fire, books, and the mechanical hound as they reflect societal values and the suppression of knowledge. The Great Gatsby through a Marxist literary criticism lens. The Great Gatsby is a great novel to read through a Marxist lens. Notice how Fitzgerald portrays wealth, social hierarchy, and materialism. You can also discuss how characters' socioeconomic backgrounds and aspirations reflect Marxist concepts of class struggle and the pursuit of the American dream. Literary Criticism of the White Heron by Sarah Orne Jewett. In this essay, you can examine the themes presented in the short story A White Heron. How does the rural setting help develop the theme of human nature relationships? You could also review this story through an eco-critical lens and see how it can be interpreted from the position of environmental ethics.